Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a little recap episode of Arc 2. So, without further delay, welcome to Project Nova, Arc 2, starring me, your DM, Craig. Everybody else is off this week, so strap in for a fun adventure. After the events of Arc 1, we start our story in Ermite-controlled territory. We find ourselves following Valric, leading a group of IPA special forces. They're tracking down rogue Draugr, who are kidnapping Ermites for unknown reasons. Valric's squad intercepted the Draugr in the act, but were overpowered, and ultimately they were able to get away. Only Valric survived, along with one Ermite called Willow. During the attack, Willow was hit with a chemical weapon of unknown origin. Meanwhile, the crew of the Argos were being held as conspirators of the Ravager attack. Fortunately, Nox knows people in high places, and for a favor, they were able to get out of hot water. After months of searching for the Draugr, Nox and his crew were able to find a lead and travel to a secret Draugr assembly factory. After a hard-fought battle, they stumbled across a few clues and more questions as they found a generator that led into the unknown. One of these leads brought them back to a high-security prison holding Alpha, the highly intelligent genetic experiment of Dr. Dean. Zilla faced his brother Alpha alone and tried to get any information out of him. As tensions rose between the two, the prison had some unwanted guests. Ravagers had somehow gotten into the prison and attacked. With Zilla all alone with Alpha, the crew had to act fast if they wanted to save their friend. After the chaos died down, Zilla informed the group that they needed to look for a gnome named Ratchet. The group chased down the last known whereabouts of said gnome, only to find a portal holding a planet hostage. With a not-so-gentle landing, thanks to Valric, the adventurers notice things aren't great. Ermite were everywhere, but they are suffering from some sort of corruption. The crew fought their way to the only sign of life, which was risky, as they stumbled into more danger. It seemed black ooze had made its way here as well, affecting the minds of the crew. They believed they were stuck in the 1920s with a murderer in a hotel. While all this was happening, they were being devoured alive, but they were able to break out of their trance. But not all were unscathed. The ooze not only tricked them into believing they were stuck in the distant past, it also took memories from Kurtz. He was unable to remember his closest friends, Desmond and Delmont. They made their escape after defeating the ooze, only to find the Draugr waiting for them. After a wee bit of torture, Sprocket sprung them loose. With the Argos severely crippled, Sprocket had the idea of scuttling the ship using the Argos as an explosive. The crew was able to steal a Draugr ship, and their plans to attack the Ermite homeworld of Selene. Thankfully, Kurtz, Valric, and Zilla were able to intercept the Draugr before the attack. After repelling them, the group found a way to get aboard Ratchet's flagship and shut her down for good. Well, there you have it, the Cliff Notes version of Arc 2. We'll be back next week with Episode 1 of Arc 3. I have some pretty fun things for these guys, and I can't wait for you all to hear it. Until then, see ya.